Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, August 24, 2023. So, I want to review Monday market wrap, the one that I delivered on Sunday. Okay? And I want to go exactly where I told you guys about the squeeze. So, basically, the market wrap that I delivered to you guys on Sunday, give you all the clue for this squeeze and targets for this week, right? Let's start with the part of the fractal. Remember that we mirrored that candle and we expected this movement. So basically the big candle was yesterday, and maybe you have a small candle like this today, right? That's we supposed to be looking for, right? A big candle yesterday, and now we look for something like this. Okay? Market cannot break for SPX 4,500 and I guess let me tell. We cannot break 4,474. If SPX break 4,474, we already have our tendency. We are not more to downsize. We will revert back to upside. But I post this to you guys. Big candle we had yesterday. Now today we expect something like this. For tomorrow we see a big candle. Okay, that you supposed to be cover both. Okay. I put the similarity, right? We had the candle, and now you expect this, right? And now we had the big candle. Now today we supposed to be see a candle, small candle like this. Even I told you guys per GX and GIX, a possibility to see a big candle. But per fractal, we supposed to be see like a candle like this. And then on Friday, a big candle. So if you do that, you'll be 100% similar. Okay? But I don't also disregard a big candle today, but much more like a fractal. I also post over here a Fibonacci that project a downside, and I put two levels. First level, the possibility of a melt up 4,395, the 38.2. If you break the 38.2, we're supposed to be go to 4,476.86. It's over here. It's over here. That is the 23.6. We cannot break 76. Break 76, we go higher, right? We go at least up to 4,527. Okay? I put over here, the Fibonacci as well on Monday. And we expect those levels. We print like above 95 on Monday, right? On Tuesday we break 95, we make a fake break, they sold, and yesterday, we melt up again up to 40, right? And today we're supposed to be go to that range, according to Fibonacci, 60, 70, right? We cannot break this region. But I expect I post this to you guys on Sunday, right? I also, highlighted to 100 points, melt up means I put very clear over here. Put call rate is very high. Wasn't so high only when SVB Bank fails. So we had last Friday all the symptoms to see a squeeze, a 2.5 billions buy MOC, and I also highlighted 100 points means 10 points spike in SPY. So these 2.5 billions, you became 25 billions. And I said, nothing bad, right? I highlighted over here. So I also post you guys on Friday some structures to upside to neutralize negative deltas. I post you guys, especially in NQ, right? I bought 15,110 before everybody. I bought on Friday. Everybody started to set in the open group. Oh, I bought right now calls to whatever. I built the structures on Friday, right? So we expect that. At least we expected that. This is like a manual. You know, the market wrap is basically like a manual. You guys can have this open and consulting, you know what I said. I try to monitor all the orders, right? But sometimes my interpretation is not correct. I'm a human being, right? But on Friday, like on Sunday, I studied the entire structure. I look for a graphic pattern, fractal, and I also highlighted the yields movement. You know, after the summary, you know, I highlighted the yields movement that match with the bounce of the market. So what's happened with yields yesterday? Sunk 3%, if I'm not wrong. 3% to 4,199. If you check my market wrap, we are looking for at least 4,101 for another melt up. So I give you two levels to see a bounce in the market based, you know, in yields in DXY. And I post also in the in Sunday market wrap for Monday, right? And we had the bounce in the yields, especially because the actions that, you know, the Federal Reserve, the reversal, the overnight reversal repo that runs overnight by the Federal Reserve, and we saw, you know, some relax of the yields that consequently melt up tax, right? I post everything on Sunday, especially the Fibonacci levels 95 and 76. Look how fun it is, right? I put all the levels on Saturday, on Sunday. So if you come and check now the gamma, we flip to positive and look where we have the major resistance between 65 and 70. What I told you guys on Sunday, maximum 76. Positive gamma, sell rallies, buy weakness. Right? Buy weakness, sell rallies. Let's see if NVIDIA catalyst will be sustainable to keep market in a positive gamma, right? But on Sunday, we expected that. We expect that, right? 100 points squeeze. It's a lot of money, right? So also yesterday, 65 and 70, we had a put call rate bearish in that region. And now we have a lot of gamma exposure showing us main resistance. Exactly where our Fibonacci projected, you know, our upside target, our upside squeeze. Okay? Today we have jobless, right? The claim, and tomorrow we have power. So regarding graphic pattern, the shoulder here is around 4,560 something, 55. Yeah, is over here. It's a little bit over. Yeah, or the head and shoulder, you know, for formation, a perfect formation, is better to not break 4,560. Okay, you see the market on 60 and start to close the gap and see what's going on. But according to the fractal that I told you guys yesterday, you know, you'll be good if you saw a candle like this, a small candle. We already have the big candle. I also remember the formation that I told you guys that I love to see as a sell sign, the 3 EMAs passing inside the candle. Was the morning call video on Thursday that took like 40 minutes. So far we have the 3 EMAs inside the candle. So we cannot see MACD, TRIX and ADX moving the two bearish to bullish. Otherwise, this will be cancer. If you keep seeing indicators as in a bullish, in a bearish perspective, let's use perspective, this will be validated. So today, to repeat the fractal, we expect a small candle because you need euphoria. If you see a big candle, how can I say, to do a bearish engulf, you'll be much better, of course. But per fractal, we're supposed to be see a small candle, right? We're supposed to see a small candle. But tomorrow, we need to see a big candle. Okay? Tomorrow, we need to see a big candle. Period. Otherwise, we will revert. Okay? Guys, understand that? I hope so. So, if you check graphic pattern, as you guys can see, so far the EMA 50 on 12 hours graph is holding the uptrend. If you break, we go up to 4,550. That's the next resistance. Over here, right, this candle, we saw the bearish pattern. So this candle is serving as a pivot. So before 4,550, we have 4,516, right? Breaking those regions, the tendency will be revert instead of downside, upside. You guys also realize that Russell, GIJA is not being bought. TEX, basically, Magnificent 7 is holding the entire market. So market's not health, right? Market's not health. Of course, that now if I go to the deltas, you will not see any flow, delta flow, because the markets didn't open. We don't have nothing. But if you realize yesterday, when you saw very discrepancy delta flow between index, especially SP 500 and Nasdaq, is because you have a gamma imbalance. So in a gamma imbalance environment, if you see a trigger, usually market crash. I cannot call crash. I can't. I'm not a dealer. I'm just showing you guys how dangerous the market is. You guys also need to understand that markets in a levels, how can I say, unbuyable. And I'm still seeing people buying things because the price is too expensive. Doesn't reflect what the companies have been delivering in financial perspective. Oh, NVIDIA, but NVIDIA, how can I say, beats the expectation. We need to expect to beat the expectation. Why? China is expecting assumption, come from the United States. So China needs to expedite orders as much as possible, because as soon we get some restrictions, they will not be allowed to sell. So all the chipsets, especially chipsets, because nowadays chipsets is a commodity, is used in everywhere, cars, computers, cell phones, everywhere, airplanes, helicopters, everywhere. And you have big factories over there, they need to expedite their orders. So it's totally normal nowadays you see chipset companies beating the expectation, especially because this war, especially because the sanction that the United States want to apply to China because the Taiwan attack. Also, those companies, especially techs, have been hiring a lot with free payroll. So they have been getting out the contracts. Doesn't matter if it was good contract or bad contract, because the payroll was free for 2 years. 2 years. So some reflection in their earnings you appear maybe in the next quarter or next years only. Okay? So nowadays you have a lot of euphoria. Today we have a lot of euphoria, especially in tax. I'm not saying the market will crash. I can't guarantee a crash. I'm just showing you guys, the functionality of the market. And I put everything on Monday to you guys, especially the XY, yields that will force market to bounce. Also, higher put call rate, calls are really getting cheaper, put is getting expensive, so hedge is getting expensive. So belong will be cheaper. And then we saw so far 100 points squeeze, right? I also show graphic analysis, head and shoulder, Fibonacci, expecting 100 points squeeze. And now you guys know that we flip to a positive gamma. Flip to positive gamma, so sell, release, buy, weakness. Let's see if the NVIDIA catalyst will hold market in those levels. So far 60, 70 are the main resistance per gamma design. Okay? You guys also already realize that real economy, Dow Jones, Russell haven't been bought. Magnificent 7 is being bought, is being taken to the sky and holding the entire market. If you guys want to see Nike, today is going up, but it's 10 days straight going down. Let me take the zoom. Take out the zoom. You guys look how old it is. All the EMAs is pointing south. Foot Locker, another real economy. Everybody needs to buy shoes, right? Look, crash yesterday, 30%, minus 30%. Look the gap. Imagine if you are positioning such asset and open in big volume and open with minus 30%. So you guys have been realizing the markets already send a message to everybody, right? It's not me, it's the market. You guys can also look for Disney. Disney is a huge company. It's a dinosaur. $85. Look at the graph. Came for more than $200. Is already very close from the bottom of 2000. Is below the bottom of 2016, because the bottom of 2016 was $86. This green line. So Disney could go to 75. Real economy. So market is sending message. Market is sending message. We are in a bubble that already started to disinflate. It's already start to pop. You guys already saw, the housing markets, especially, mortgage applications drops a lot. And the rates for 30 years jumping also a lot. So this is the first pattern as everybody's calling for the credit crunch, right? Why 7%? Because banks is not more willing to borrow money to retail. They don't want to take the risk. I explain you guys also the spread between bonds, right? In my morning call, in my last morning call. Other pattern that you guys need to looking for. Also, let's go back to Monday. The DXY, every borrow have been bought. That's other thing that you guys need to looking for. The cost of the money. The cost of the money basically is just to multiply the DXY with the 10 years yield and use a cofactor just, to remove discrepancies. Is at the bottom of 95. Remember that in 2000, what's happened in 2000, 5 years after 95? Paul Volcker, right? Paul Volcker. So, and look at the yields. Let me see the yields. The yields is going up again. So 10 years is already back for 4.2. So the 10 years already did the movement that I was looking for. Posted on Sunday Market Wrap. That was a very big guide for the entire week. Guys, I finished by here. Thank you. Have a great day. Today, as I said, or you see a small candle per fractal, or you could see a big candle. But much more certainly that you see a big down candle tomorrow after the Jackson Hole. Okay? Levels 75, 76 cannot be broken. If you break it, you see the EMAs backing, pointing north, so the tendency reverted. Okay? You guys already also know the levels. You guys also observe it will flip to positive gamma, and 65, 70 are the major gamma resistance. Take care, guys.